What's going on, everyone? Pro-Verbs here, back again with another reaction video. And today I want to react to this guy. He talking about that talking point that not really a talking point, but a saying that a lot of modern day men ask women. And that is, what do you bring to the table? So this guy going to elaborate and talk about that. So I'm going to react to his statements and I'll let you know after that whether I agree with what he said or if I disagree. All right, so let's check this out right here.
Who started this? What effeminate man started this whole thing about what does a woman bring to the table? What table? It's my table. I built it or I bought it. And I furnish it. I provide the banquet. I provide the feast. That's my table. I don't need someone to bring something to it. You're a guest at my table. That's what a man does. You provide. Everything that you acquire, everything that you accumulate, everything that you achieve, you're supposed to be achieving for the sake of being able to provide. That's the nature of a man. To provide. Where's your hospitality? Can you imagine? This isn't a potluck. This is my feast. This is my banquet that I'm providing for my guests. All I expect from a guest is that they be a respectable and a respectful guest. A pleasant guest. That's all I ask. You don't have to bring something. If I need you to bring something to my table, then I'm not ready to have guests. I haven't prepared my feast. I haven't prepared my banquet, and I'm not ready to entertain anyone. But if I'm ready to entertain anyone, then I sure don't need you to bring anything. I'm the one who's providing. All you have to do is be appreciative. That's the only thing that's required. And if I do my job properly as a host, then it's very easy for you to do your job as a guest. That's the nature of it. This whole concept of what do you bring to the table? And you think that's manly? To declare to the woman that you need something, that you need her to bring something to the table because you're inadequate without her bringing something? No. You're the one who provides. That's supposed to be the nature of the relationship. You provide, and she's appreciative, and respectful, and respectable. The same way that you would want anyone at your dinner table to be respectable and to be respectful. That's all that's required. But you don't expect people to bring their own dish when you have invited them to a feast, you've invited them to a banquet. That's not good manners. So this is very poor manners, in my opinion, and it's very unmasculine, it's very unmanly to ask women what they bring to the table and to ask them to bring anything to the table except for their own good manners.
All right. Well, this gentleman have spoken. Shout out to him. So my take on it is this. I agree, but I also disagree at the same time. I agree for the fact that you should never, as a man, you shouldn't ask a woman, what do you bring to the table? I mean, just coming out with those words when you meet a woman, it's really tasteless. You know, it's really tasteless. Because if it was reverse, a woman was to ask me that same question, I'm gonna look at it as tasteless. Because now I'm looking at it like, you're just trying to use me. That's how I'm gonna look at it. So hindsight, I'll believe a woman would think the same way, that a man is trying to use her proposing a question like that. Now, with that being said, I disagree in the other things he's saying, such as, okay, yes, universally known, a man ought to be the provider. That's widely accepted all over. Get that. But here's the thing. So if a man is the provider, taking care of his household, taking care of his woman and all of that, all she have to do is just be respectful and appreciative. Nothing more to it than that. No, that's not how life goes. Because here's the thing. The woman have to have a task as well. The woman is made for the man, not the other way around. And with that being said, she's to be a helpmate to the man. A helpmate. It doesn't mean that she's gonna just lay up not doing anything. And just like, or just showing respect. Oh, I reverence you. Oh, thank you. I appreciate the life you have given me, Daddy. Anyway, all jokes aside though, pause with that one. But anyway, she has a job to do too. Just like how the man have made his way, and he have made things a little bit easier for the woman, she has a part to play as well. A helpmate is there to assist the man, whether it be cleaning the house, cooking, taking care of the children, helping him with his business. And sometimes a woman also, she may need to work as well to help compensate for certain things that may be lacking in the household. The man may not be making sufficient amount of money to take care of everything, and the woman may have to go outside and work as well. I mean, we in modern times where women are liberated, they're free to work, they're free to make their own money. But if that's the case where she wants to make money as well, it's only right that she contributes to the household as well. And still look to her man as the authoritative figure. Still look to her man as the leader. He may provide most of it, most of the things, but if you choose, if it's a choice that she wants to work, but she may not have to work because he may make enough to really substantiate everything. But if she wants to, it's only right that she also contributes within the household as well. But listen, when we all get in a relationship, we all have expectancy. A woman expects a man to lead. She expects a man to guide her in the right direction. Just as a man expects a woman to be submissive. He expects of her to respect him. He expects of her to give him intimacy. You know what I mean? So we all have expectations of one another. We all have expectations. So it's foolish to say that a man can't want his woman to do certain things for him or expect certain things from her. Just like a woman would expect a man to be a man, to have that strong, dominant stance about him. A woman may test a man. She may test him and she may want him to bow down to her will. But in essence, she respects him more when he stand firm on what he believes. When he stand firm on his principles, his morals, she respect him even more. So we ought to balance one another. So where a woman lacks, a man is there to compensate. Where a man lacks, a woman is there to compensate. So we have to have that balance. It can't be one person doing it all. One person can't do it all. That's why we need each other. We need that to respect one another. A man ought to respect the woman that she's the weaker vessel and that she can't do certain things that he's able to do. Just like a woman ought to respect her man and respect that he knows how to lead them. He knows the direction that he wants to be able to take his family, and respect his decisions. Even if she may find the decision to be foolish, that's just a conversation to be had where he can impart his knowledge, he can impart his understanding, and let her know the reason why he wants them to go this particular direction. Even if she may not understand it, just that's where conversation comes in. Conversation comes in. You know, and if the man loves you enough, he'll hear what you're saying. He would hear what you're saying. But at the end of the day, common sense trumps feelings. Because you may feel one way today, tomorrow you feel another way. So you have to be led not by emotions, but by common sense and what is just right. But anyway, not to try to get off topic, but I disagree with the guy saying that the woman just supposed to be appreciative and just respectful. There's more to it than that. Just like a woman have an expectancy of a man have an expectancy of a woman. But yet it is tasteless to say, what do you bring to the table? Because I personally would take it a certain way. I would take it as, hey, you're just trying to use me. I would just take it as that, honestly. So I get that. I definitely get that. But anyway, yeah, that's my message. You know, that's my message. So I agree, but I also disagree. But I get it. I get it. We as humans, we have expectancy of the other person, though. We have that expectancy. So it may be something where it's not really vocally spoken, but we have to be able to communicate. We have to be able to communicate and have the tough discussions and say, okay, where do you stand? Where do you stand? But it comes after a while. You know, when a man and woman having a discussion, you gotta know, do y'all want children? That's a discussion to be had. The type of jobs that the man have or the woman have, what they're able to afford, and what each party is gonna do. So that's gonna be a discussion that's gonna take place sooner or later. It have to happen. That type of discussion have to happen. What part you gonna play? What part you gonna play? And in these modern times, you know, sometimes it's difficult. Sometimes it's difficult because we're in an age of social media where people have options. They have options, you know. Women have plenty of options. They say, hey, you're not meeting my expectations. Let me go somewhere else. This other guy is giving me attention. You know, we in a attention-seeking generation. Instead of people like really trying to build on strong values and foundations, you know, their options is just so broad. They feel like they could just leave on a spin of a dime and just like, yo, let me try somewhere else. But we have to go back to the strong, solid foundations and why we want to get in a relationship in the first place. We have to have a purpose, and it can't be to get what you want out of it. A relationship is meant to be built upon. You know, you have one party and the other party, they go in together with an expectancy that I'm gonna play my part. That's it. The man goes in the relationship expecting that he's gonna build with this woman, have children with this woman, and leave a legacy and take good care of his family. A woman go with the expectancy, I'm going to be there for my man. I'm going to build with him. I'm going to do what I can do to make him happy, cater to him, build upon our family, take care of our children, make sure the man is mentally good, make sure that he's spiritually good, physically good, that he eats, he's nourished, well nourished, stuff like that. Both parties go in the expectancy of what they have to offer. But nowadays you have people going in about what they can get. But that's the wrong mindset. Going with the mindset about what you can do. So we don't have to ask that question, what you bring to the table. So anyway, that's my message. Pro-Verbs, tuning out. Peace.